All right, so most people who play Magic the Gathering are very know about the fact that you can do infinite loops. Infinite loops are very common strategy in Magic the Gathering, and there are tons of ways to do them. Pokemon, on the other hand, Pokemon cards, it's not very common at all. And there are ways to do it that, you may have heard about, like ways to heal infinite damage, and I mean just heal all the damage from your Pokemon every turn, just like ways to do different things like that. But what I'm gonna show you is how in 4 to 5 turns, I'm hoping it's gonna be four this time because I'm sick of it's better that way, to be four. Draw 7 random cards. Let's see what I get. All right, looks decent, but we'll see if I can do this in 4 turns. But anyway, in 4 turns, I should be able to create an infinite loop that will do infinite damage. So let's see if I can do it. I'll start off with him. Kind of ironic. Or whatever. But so turn one, I draw my card. Another one of these. That's pretty nice actually. Sweet. Actually, no, I'm just gonna yeah, okay, Ninja Boy. Ninja Boy says choose a Pokemon, yeah, and search deck for a new one and switch it with that one. So I'm gonna switch Arceus and shuffle him into my deck, put out Vulpix instead. This is who we want to use at the start. Then I can play Pokemon Communication and sack Tapu Lele into the deck. Get rid of it. Sack is slang for sacrifice, but it's not really sacrificing it. But anyway, um, and then grab Cottony, put that on my bench, and then now that I have these two, this is perfect. I can also play this and search for any supporter card I want. So I will get um, I probably don't even really need one. But I should just get Skyla just in case, because it's a good one to get in case if you don't know what to get, I guess. Then I'll use Beacon. Search your deck for 2 Pokemon, put them in your hand, whatever Pokemon you want, and I'm going to grab Whimsicott, GX, and Porygon. And I probably should put more Porygons in this deck and tweak it a little bit because if you ever do happen to get wait, where did my prize cards go? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there they are. Yeah, so I did throw my prize cards. I don't have Porygon in my prize cards, which is perfectly fine. I don't want him in my prize cards. So I use Beacon, search for these, and now, because I need 2 Porygons. But anyway, turns over. This is in turn two, starting of turn two. Ooh, oh, look at that. Eevee's perfectly what I need. Porygon, Cottony, Eevee, and since I played this, I can play this. Oh, sweet, Professor's Letter. I didn't even realize I had that in my hand. Search deck for 2 energy. I only have one in my entire deck. I mean, I only have one left in my entire deck. Can attach it to Whimsicott. And then I'm going to use. Oh, this is so convenient right now. I have Switch. Switch Whimsicott out. This hand is fantastic so far. So, anyway, switch this out. This is turn two. I'm going to use a GX attack. Search your deck for 5 cards of whatever you want. Put them in your hand. It's a pretty cool attack. So, I'm going to use Porygon 2. Porygon Z, and then get that Arceus guy back. Where is he? Espeon 2. So that's 3 cards so far. Where's Arceus? 4 cards. Okay, I already have this. That's nice. I might not even need anything else. I already have these. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just get. Um, I still have Skyla too. Dang, I have a lot of cards. I have like extra cards this time. A lot of times I'm short, but this time I'm short on cards, But this time I have like I'll just get Vulpix to evolve one. Or no, no. I'm being stupid. Or no, yeah, yeah, that's perfect actually. Vulpix Ninetales is perfect. So turn two is over. I use my GX attack. Turn three rolls around. I draw another card. Nice. Here's where the fun part begins. So I evolve Vulpix. Wait, what in the world? I forgot to evolve Porygon 2 last time. What is going on? Oh no, no, I didn't. This is right. I used Toy Box. Yeah, I got okay. All right, I evolved this and this. This says when it evolves, search deck for two item cards. So I will get and put them in your hands. So whatever you want, item cards. How about another switch card? That'd be nice. And like scoop up Cyclone. That's a good card. Shuffle. Evolve into Espeon. So, oops. Okay. Play Arceus onto my bench. And now I can actually just use Scoop Up Cyclone and just throw this back into my hand. Put Arceus down. And then I'm going to play Draw Energy. Draw Energy says when you attach it to your hand, from your hand to a Pokemon, draw a card. Play it, attach to Arceus, draw a card. Now, if you'll notice, oh, I can't do this yet. Don't worry about that right now. Type switch. Oh, actually, never mind. Never mind what I was about to say. Okay, so type switch says until that choose any type you want, and until the next turn, at the end of the next turn, he becomes that type, and that's very important. And if he were to get knocked out on this next turn, you would lose the game probably, and you wouldn't be able to do your infinite loop. But hypothetically, so they take their turn probably, and just say they don't knock him out for some reason. Now I take my fourth turn, and here's where I win the game. If you can get this far to the fourth turn without getting knocked out from Arceus or whatever your other Pokemon, you will win the game. So now that he's a grass type, because I would have chosen grass type, of course, because of this card right here. Grass types can evolve as soon as you play them. So, because he's a grass type, but he can't evolve, right? What's the big deal? So I'm going to play Porygon Z. Porygon Z says, as often as you like, you may attach a special energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon as often as you want. This this Espeon says as often as you want, you can return an energy from your Pokemon back to your hand. So I'm going to return this and then use his ability to reattach it and then draw all the cards in my entire deck because this says whenever you attach it, draw a card. So there we go, infinite loop right there already, but it's still not the right infinite loop to make me win. But now here's where the rest of the part comes in. So now that I have my entire deck drawn, I can play Zigzagoon. And he says when you play him onto the bench, he does 10 damage to any Pokemon you want. You play him, his ability does damage, and that's all that matters. And then you use maintenance, shuffle two cards from your hand into your deck. This doesn't matter too much. I just mostly just need to get him back into my deck and just him, like draw all the cards I need and then get him into the deck. And then shuffle it, draw a card, and I drew him. Okay, so whatever. I'll just use maintenance. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. No, I gotta use Pokemon communication. So I have not played any supporter cards yet. Are you are you kidding me right now? Do I not? Oh yeah, okay, okay, okay. I do have Pokemon communication. It's not in my graveyard. So Pokemon, I mean my discard pile. So discard. So it says reveal a Pokemon from your hand. put it on top of your deck, shuffle it back in, and then get a new one. And with maintenance, yes, I'm going to get this other Pokemon so that he's the only card in my deck. He doesn't need to be the only card. He just needs to be in the deck. That's all that matters, right? So this way I can use Ninja Boy like I used earlier. Choose your Pokemon, switch it, search your deck for any other Pokemon, and switch it. And then it says any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, and blah blah blah, any other effects remain on the new Pokemon that you switch it out with. I used his attack that makes him a grass type till the end of the turn. So, because of that reason, I can use Ninja Boy. Where did it go? Okay, use Ninja Boy, shuffle him into the deck, and switch him out with Porygon. Now, Porygon is a grass type till the end of the turn, which means it can evolve with Force of Giant Plants as much as I want it to evolve. So, I can evolve it into my other Porygon too. I have another one. It should be. Is it in the prize cards? No, that's Porygon Z. Okay, no, I don't have Porygon 2. I do have another. There it is. So I evolve into Porygon 2. Porygon 2's ability says you may discard a supporter card once each turn and use it as the effect of its ability. So, this is only once each turn, right? But if you use Hyper Devolution Spray and or Devolution Spray, you can put him back in your hand and then re-evolve him because of Force Giant Plants being able to do it infinite times, and then use his ability again because he becomes like a new thing because he goes back to your hand. So it counts as resetting his ability essentially. So because of this, you as long as you can play infinite devolution sprays, you can play infinite supporter cards. Lysander's trump card says shuffle your entire discard pile back into your deck, except for Lysander's trump card. So if you play Lysander's trump card, then you can move your entire discard pile into your deck, and then draw all of it with the drawing loop that I was talking about. Or get out here. Okay, okay. The drawing loop I was talking about earlier. You draw all the cards, and now he's the only one in your discard pile. Now you can devolution spray this again, replay it, and you can keep doing that and reshuffling. So you can reshuffle, you can use item cards and then shuffle them into your deck and redraw them and do this as much as you want, which means I can use Scoop Up, Cyclone, put one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it back to your hand. Put him back in your hand, put him back on the bench, do damage, put him back on your hand, put it back on the bench, and then keep shuffling all the cards back in your deck, and you can do infinite damage with this in 4 turns. That's all it takes. Sometimes more than that if you get a lousy hand, but if you maybe if I if you tweak the deck a little, I don't know, make it just like a little bit better in some ways. But I do have. Let's see, I'm just gonna scrap all this. The point is, you can do an infinite loop in Pokemon. It's possible, and it's hilarious because there aren't very many. Because it's like this really weird, elaborate, like Magic the Gathering. You could just do an infinite loop with like 2 or 3 cards, and then usually 3 or something. But like Pokemon, you need like a ridiculous amount of specific cards with abilities that are mostly banned. Like, come on, I mean, Lysander's trump card. This card's not even legal in expanded format, and then um, like you have to play unlimited Pokemon unlimited format just in order to be able to use these cards, because a lot of them are old too. Like this Espeon here, super old, and this Porygon is old too. So it's like you got to use like tons of different old and banned cards. But yeah, there you go. The way to go infinite loop, do infinite damage, and Pokemon just wipe out all the field of their Pokemon, win on the 4th turn spontaneously with only 4 energy cards in the entire deck. So if you got these in your prize cards, you'd be screwed. So I guess maybe maybe you have to. I mean, most of this deck just has like 2 of everything. So if you happen to get like 2 of the same thing in your prize cards, you'd be really really bad off. Especially if you got a po- 2 Porygons. I mean, you actually need 2 Porygons just to be able to do this. So technically, I should have more. than that, but like whatever. I also have Gladian in here just in case. And then, like I said, like maintenance is to get him back into your deck if you have to draw all the cards in your deck. But you don't even have to draw all the cards. You can just draw until you get the right cards. Like you just draw until you get Ninja Boy, and then as long as Porygon isn't in your hand, you can just so it's pretty easy to recycle him and stuff. There's like a whole bunch of these cards. It's just try to like I have it set up like this card and stuff, just to try to make it so that you can like get the combos easier. But that's mostly what this is for. Because this really sets you up. 5 cards of whatever you want. That's just crazy. Easily get all the cards you want that you need. So, but you always have to get this one out like as soon as possible because it's a stage evolve has to evolve all the way into stage 2 in order to be able to get your drawing cards loop. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling about this. It's hopefully that you enjoyed the video and it's much nonsense.